One of the things I've been asked the most about in the comments or in my DMs or whatever else is people asking me about Solomon Saga. I know that they've done a lot of advertising. There's a lot of marketing behind Solomon Saga overall, but we honestly don't know a ton about it quite yet, right? This has been on my radar for a while. Since they were filming it, it's been on my radar, and I've been kind of watching out to see what's coming of this, and I have some questions for sure. Why do we care about this to begin with? First of all, it's a story about Solomon, so we're going to see characters like King David and of course Solomon and beyond. However, the really compelling things for specifically my audience, specifically the chosen audience, is that the two main characters that we're seeing, at least in a lot of the advertisements and the marketing so far, is Luke Dimyan playing Solomon and Erick Avari playing King David, an older King David. And so this is obviously a pretty big cast. They must have dished out some pretty good money in order to get them on the cast. And not only that, but the Chosen is actually allowing them to use the Chosen set for a portion of this show or whatever this is, right? And so it's interesting, although I just don't have any evidence to say if it's going to be great or not yet. This is why I've kind of held off on talking about it, because generally I don't talk about projects that are not great. We'll leave it at that. So I'm not saying that this project will be not great. What I am saying though is that they probably need a little bit of help on the social media side of things. The Instagram stuff, this is, for example, this is one of the first reels that they put out. I'll play it for you so you can see this here. So you can just see this. It has got some music on it, which I'm going to put down here. You can just kind of see what is playing there. It's just very rudimentary, right? It seems like the colors are very strange and like the photo's very weird. It's just not a very good social post, right? The reason why I say that, the reason why I'm being kind of harsh, is because that generally gives me a really good idea of what the project is actually going to look like and how it's going to feel, right? So let's look at some more of these. We'll see. We've got Devorah here
to protect our kingdom.
So we've got some whispering there. Again, these are unfinished things.
You must build the Lord's temple.
Again, just the way that these are framed and the marketing in these first videos here kind of threw me off from the beginning. It's like, if you're going to make reels like this, I think they need to be a little bit more solid in order for me to really get behind something like this. But let's check out some of their newest stuff here as we're kind of looking forward. We just get a little bit of a quote here from Solomon. A little bit of a quote here. What shall I do from Devorah? And may the Lord give you strength from King David there. And so, yeah, super simple here. Totally fine. Nothing crazy special. Here we get a little bit of a look to where they were filming on the Chosen set, which it looks like the main place they filmed on the Chosen set was in Caiaphas's house, which of course is now going to be King David or King Solomon's temple or their palace, most likely, right? And so we see that here. Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously they changed the way that this room works because this isn't a bedroom, but now in the show here it is a bedroom. They've got some lounging areas over here and then the bed over in the back there. Again, nothing crazy. We just see some different camera movements here, which looks like, yeah, some sort of crane or something that's in here. But yeah, stuff moving around there. And then just a coming soon thing here. So the reason why I really haven't talked about this too much is just because there's not a ton of information. And so this is not a Chosen show. This is something completely different. It has nothing to do with the Chosen. It has nothing to do with 5 and 2 other than they're using part of the Chosen set.
Ours will be a golden kingdom full of mystique and glory, and it will all be for him. It is to show the world that our God will be honored in a way that no one has ever seen.
So it's interesting. I just don't know if it's good or not yet because we haven't seen it. We haven't really seen anything of it. It's a little bit strange because they are using American accents, which is like just feels strange in that environment. This is kind of like one of the go-to things, like whether it's a British accent or an American accent, like the writing then has to be doubly, triply, quadruply as good. And so it's kind of hard for us to say overall. I'm not sure if I was sharing my screen during these, but here's some of the pictures that we saw before, just people that are part of this. We see Jonathan and George, and some different people that are kind of looking at some early viewings of Solomon Saga. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a long-term multi-season show. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like, I really don't know what this is at all because I haven't put a lot of time into, jumping into it because I'm just not 100% sold quite yet on some of the things that we've seen. I would love to be. I would love to have another great show coming out. I just don't have a lot of information. Now, it is a plus that we can see some of the people that are following are John Irwin. That's a great plus there. I know he's not going to follow like a random project. He must be friends with some people that are making it, as well as some of the chosen people, basically. And I know that some of these people were at that showing there, like Danny, and obviously Luke is following them as well. So Solomon Saga is on IMDb. Not sure how much useful information is there. Let's check it out. We'll discover it together. We'll do some sleuthing together here. So the director is Sylvia Kaminer. The writers are Manuel Friedman and Brad Lang. And then it stars Luke Dimyan, Chloe Avakian, and then Erick Avari. A film preview, a limited series so it's a limited series. So it's a 1-season show, essentially, is what we know. And not really any other information, really. But we can see some of the images here from it. So it looks like primarily it's just these 3 actors that we're seeing. I don't fully understand that. Yeah, it looks like they're going to show David's death, probably. Interesting. So the cinematographer is Akis from The Chosen. Maybe that's how they got the connection with The Chosen set. Yeah, I just don't have a ton of information on this. We don't know when it will come out. We don't know where it will be streamed or released. We don't know really any information about it. We don't even know the storyline of what's happening here. What is the storyline here? Is David at the end of his life and dying, and Solomon is then taking control, and he's becoming king, and then it's going to go through the life of Solomon. What is the storyline overall? I don't know any of that. And so I would say for the people that are making the content for Solomon Saga, like, yes, keep on using Luke and Erick. That's great, right? As your marketing tool. But tell us a little bit more about what we should expect from this project, because I think a lot of people are very confused about where this goes or what's happening here, right? And so Solomon Saga for me right now is kind of on a way back burner. Like, I'll keep an eye on it and see what's happening. But until something really interesting happens or we see that it's either great or horrible or in between, then we're going to have to wait to make a call on it, right? So we're going to get there when we get there. I'm not super pushing on anything so far with Solomon Saga. So that's my story overall. You guys can continue to comment if you want. There's a lot of comments that have been asking about it because they've seen advertisements or whatever else. That's my thoughts overall. I'm holding off right now. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm not saying I'm not interested. I'm just waiting for more information because there's not really a lot of information out there quite yet. But let me know your thoughts about Solomon Saga. Are you hyped about it? Are you really interested for it? Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.